Well, good evening, everyone. Everyone doing okay? So, you've heard a lot about different diseases tonight. I'm going to tell you about another disease which I'm afflicted by at the moment, and that's called Impostor Syndrome. I tell you, it's interesting because the award winners tonight are just fabulous. They have resumes that are a mile long, and you heard Dan talk about me as the nation's doctor, and I go to work every day, and I'm thankful for the opportunity, but I also feel like it's such a challenge to live up to it. But there is one place where I feel I absolutely am qualified, and that's to serve as and represent the nation's patients. And I often say to crowds, there's hardly a disease you can name that my family hasn't been afflicted by. And I've seen the full spectrum of unhealthy and healthy aging. Both of my grandmothers lived with Alzheimer's disease for 20 plus years, and I got to see them deteriorate and ultimately pass from that disease. On the other side, my wife's grandmother is about to turn 90, and her grandfather is 96 and still drives, still plays golf every day in the summer and pool with his buddies every day in the wintertime. And so I've seen the full spectrum, and I know what's possible, and I also know where those gaps exist. And so, Sue, the work that you and the Alliance do is so critically important, and I couldn't be more honored than to be here today receiving this incredible, incredible award. The theme for tonight's dinner is Heroes in Health, and I believe the true heroes are each and every one of you in the audience and the patient advocates out there who fight to give people they care for a voice. Looking back to 1861, President Abraham Lincoln said the following in an address to Congress: "The struggle for today is not altogether for today, it is for a vast future also." And in public health, it's my job to keep an eye on that vast future, even as we act in the present. We're fortunate that research into healthy aging led by the Alliance lights the way to keep us on a correct path. We also know, however, that it will require great and new partners to be successful in our journey. And that's why my journey as Surgeon General of the United States is exemplified by my motto of better health through better partnerships. I'm proud to call many of you my partners in health. People like John White from WebMD, who joined me earlier this year as we promoted National Heart Valve Disease Day. And another area where you might find it odd that I'm partnering involves businesses and workforce. Jobs and the economy are critical issues for all Americans, and healthy aging helps our economic prosperity and leads to a healthy bottom line. We need to help employers and policymakers understand that investing in the total health of communities drives and sustains economic development. Put another way, we need to stop looking at our aging population as a deficit and start looking at them more as an asset. And together, we can make communities places where healthy workers, healthy consumers, and healthy people and families live, age, and thrive. And it's for that reason that I'm developing a Surgeon General's report that will demonstrate the link between community health and economic prosperity and provide tools for community investment that deliver health impact. One of our exemplars for the report I'm writing is the Blue Zones Initiative that hopefully all of you are familiar with in this room, in which many consider the case study for healthy aging. I'm also interested in fostering healthy aging by promoting adult vaccinations, as Dan mentioned, and advancing our understanding of oral health. Vaccines protect us from serious infectious diseases, but during the 2017 to 2018 season, only 37%, less than 4 out of 10 eligible adults, received the flu vaccine. It's not good enough. Not good enough for an intervention that we know can contribute to healthy aging and long lives. That's why my office wants to ensure providers have the tools they need to engage diverse stakeholders in improving vaccination rates, including for aging adults, and leverage the latest data and research to improve understanding of the drivers and barriers to vaccine uptake. Much of that research spurred by the work of the Alliance. I have also commissioned a Surgeon General's report on oral health that will be released next year in 2020. It builds on a report released 20 years ago by Surgeon General David Thatcher, another tireless advocate for healthy aging. And this report will be structured to look at oral health across the lifespan, because far too often we forget our aging population when we think about oral health and when we talk about oral health policies. Poor oral health is a significant barrier to healthy aging, and I look forward to working with all of you to amplify the messages that are relevant for aging adults. As the nation's doctor, I want to close by thanking all of you for your engagement and for your compassion towards healthy aging for all. I am extremely honored to accept this award, but again, I don't accept it for me. I accept it on behalf of each and every one of you and all of the partners that we all collectively work with each and every day. For you and your partners are the true heroes in health, and I know that together we will achieve better and longer health through better partnerships. Thank you very much. Outstanding.